Hi Flosstube, it's Carolyn and welcome to Stitching in the Delta. I think I figured out some of the glare on my glasses. I have the light on my computer turned down to the lowest notch, and now I do realize I have a lot of light on my head, but that's just what it is. I have already recorded this a couple of times, and this will be it. So it is Monday, April 5th, day after Easter, and it's been a long 2 weeks. We had lots of stuff going on at work and lots of stuff going on at church with Easter and everything else. So life is quite interesting. I do like the idea of every other week recording. That seems to be a popular time frame for a lot of people, and so I will probably do that again. But I do plan on doing a couple of haul videos coming up when things come in. I'm waiting on a piece of fabric to come from 123 Stitch. It's a piece of 40 count, and that for me to try. And then I have a bag of stuff down at my local needle workshop in Memphis waiting for me down there. So, I'm excited. What other life changes? Nothing much. We have fewer dogs on medication right now. My oldest is done with his round of like anti-inflammatories, anxiety something. He has some degenerative back stuff going on and was in some pain, and he's feeling a whole lot better. Middle fur baby child is still on her new little liver pill, but we're going to try. I think she goes back sometime to see how those are going. I don't remember when. And then youngest fur baby, Bambi, who you met last time, goes tomorrow actually for her dental and I can't remember if they're annual or biannual, something checkup vaccines. It's important that they stay vaccinated so they can board as needed and be nice and healthy. So they're doing okay. I've been fully vaccinated for COVID for a while. My husband's still not, but that's helped, especially at church. My accompanist is fully vaccinated, so we can kind of be around each other a little more and have a rehearsal middle of the week. We've done that, especially gearing up for Easter. There's been some talk about bringing choir back in the fall at church, which will be really nice. Okay, so Stitchy goodness. I went back and filled out most of March in my little book. There was a week that I completely didn't do anything, so I've got it in there. Yay, I'm so excited. I did not really sticker March up. The stickers that I was going to use, I was going to wait and try them in April, and then they smudged really badly. So I ripped those out, and I'm surprised you have April. I used to do planner videos with like recollections planner, but my day is so monotonous with work that just wasn't working for me. So I took one of my planner kits and set up April with it. I did a full sidebar. This was an old kit. Live Life in Full Bloom. And I set up sidebar for whips and little things, which is little bitty patterns, stitch alongs, and then I've got a whole section for new starts down at the bottom. So now in the planner world, somebody mentioned planner videos, so this is what brought it up. Our weeks tend to start on Monday, and that's because the whole weekend can be together in both columns. You've got a little weekend sticker, so I thought I'd bring that into this world. So I've got all my dates covered, and I already have my planning down here for May to kind of start planning out. And just some cute little decor, special days that I've already marked. So I'm excited about using this and trying to do this. I know it's going to help with this video. I do not have any new fully finished objects. I was going to show you a previous one, and then I thought, I think I've shown this before. So I'm going to skip that. I did pick up a quilt from the quilt shop earlier this week. It is in the car. I have a box in the car full of quilts waiting to go to Alabama and go home for people. So that was my one fully finished object to pick up. I have a finished object that has to go to the framers this week. Here we go. There we go. Christmas sampler. Isn't she absolutely lovely? There we go. Back it up. So, Christmas sampler in red by Plum Pudding Needle Art. I did have to get the pattern on Etsy, so it was kind of a hard find, and I don't know if it can be like your local shop can order it or anything like that, but I did get it through a shop that has a store on Etsy. It calls for 14 count Aida or 28 count linen, and it calls for white, and then she has directions for coffee or tea dyeing, which I did. I used 32 count R&R reproductions, and that's not good. That's not good at all. I'm sorry. Distraction. R&R reproductions in creme brulee. So, yeah. But very accessible pattern. It only had a couple of back stitches, and then there were some spots for some French knots, and I totally skipped those. And if you have like the same color beads as your floss, that would probably work, but I only have black beads and I didn't want to use those. This is going to be a gift, so I'm going to get it to the framers pretty soon, like this week, so I can get it done and then gifted in June. Thread that I used. I had it here. Oh, I used DMC's 115, which is their red variegated floss. I bought 2 skeins because just in case I needed a second one. I did not even finish my first one, so I have some extra floss for later, which is really nice. And yay. I think I'm going to frame it in like a very dark brown and something that looks kind of wood with a grain on it, where you can actually like see and feel the grain textured. So my framer has one of those and I really like it. Okay, already dropping stuff. Okay, finished object. Nothing almost finished. I took my April sampler into another room. Oh well, I won't show my April sampler tonight. Country Cottage Needlework April Sampler. I'm halfway. I've got the house and the bottom half done except for back stitching, and I just have to do the top part and the back stitching, and then it will be done. Okay. And I am using the called for over dies for it, and I am also using, I'm not doing the 16 count. It called for 16 count Beautiful Beige Ada, and I'm using 14 count. My niece and I are doing them together, and so I wanted to get something that she could definitely use. And we have all our fabric for the year and all our floss. We're just waiting for patterns. So I'm excited. She's already a good way. I think she was on March, and then I've got to get April to her. Yay. Okay. Serendipity. If you are following Fat Quarter Shop, their 2021 stitch along fundraiser stitch along for Make-A-Wish in South Texas is Serendipity. I am using the called for flosses. I am not using the called for fabric. I am using a 28 count, 28 count natural Hobby Lobby. So it's Swigart, yeah. And it was off of my Mary Jane fry that I had started, but and then I had to switch out one color. I'm not even sure which color it was anymore. Arrowhead, maybe. It was a week's, but I switched it out for aged pewter because the Arrowhead was literally going to be the same color as the fabric, and this aged pewter gives it about the same tone. I don't even know what I'm talking about, but you can at least see it. There's that aged pewter in the middle. So I really do like this light brown for it. It kind of gives it this really soft look. I don't think I would have been comfortable enough stitching it on the dark blue that they had it called for. So I do have the needle minder that they made for this. I do have the bag somewhere. I'm not using the bag really. It's too big to go in my other bags, and not having a flat bottom. I really liked that February bag that had the flat bottom. So I'm keeping it in this cute little extra random stuff bag that I got at Target in their dollar spot. So it had a bigger bag and a little bag, and it's super cute. And here's the big bag. And then, so I've been using these. And okay, thought I would do a quick shout out reminder for anyone who has not, or if these are still available, Chester's Place Whistle Stop Stitcher Designs. This was her fundraiser for her sister-in-law's cat and some medical things that he needed. And the cat's name is Chester, and he wears a bow tie. And I don't care who you are, bow ties are cool. So I am using the called for DMCs. And there we go. Yay, called for DMCs. My little floss drops. And a 32 count Hobby Lobby Swigart in natural. When all you have in town is a Hobby Lobby and everything else is very far away, you do what you do. So I have not picked up on this in a while, so there we are. We are in the same place with that little house done and the border done and a couple of animals. There we go. Because I have Christmas sampler done, I will be tossing a coin whether or not I work on focus on this guy or start really focusing on Mary Jane Fry. Serendipity, I am done for another 2 weeks, so I can put it up. Mary J. Fry is still in favorite Ziploc bag, project bag. I can actually move her back to my purple little project bag. And, okay, so she did not have that many threads. So, there's all her threads kind of fanned out a little bit. There we go. And I am using a 28 count cashel in Legacy. Picture this plus. It does have a very green tinge to it. And she is a very tall girl for 28 count. So I've got the bottom left-hand side and top left-hand side done, or all the way up to there with the vine, and almost all the way across with the vine. And this is not where I left her, when I figured out that I had messed up, but she is at least in a place where I know that this piece of fabric is big enough. So, she actually may get transferred from Ziploc into Mr. Purple here, which is where she was to begin with before she got in trouble. So, the little cute little birds. And if you have not seen these, Max Office Depot, probably Amazon, little tags so you can label things, because if you're like me, everything just gets put in some random place. And that's what it is. Okay. So there's that. Okay. Okay, so that's my whips. Chester is supposed to be a stitch along. I think there's some folks doing it on Instagram. I have started an Instagram account for Stitching in the Delta, and I've posted like 2 pictures, I think. Probably. Go me. It's kind of weird to me. I don't know. I work on a computer all day long, and so doing other things on the computer when I get home it's not something I want to do. I just want to stay away from it. But I think if I just get used to taking a picture and post it on there, take a picture, post it on there when something is finished, maybe that'll be good enough. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Whips, Mary Jane Fry, April, which is in another room. If you haven't seen, I don't even know why I talked about it, because I forgot who shared it. There's a pillow out there that says 1776, and if you Google 1776 pillow, it's this really cute little number in black. I'm going to do it as a little for Americana April. I have fabric pulled somewhere and colors, thread. Excuse me, it's late. So I'm going to do that as a little. You'll see that. That's going to be a new start pretty soon. Okay. Two things coming up. The first weekend of May, Brenda and the Serial Starter, Brenda and Laura, are going to be hosting a Blackbird Design stitch along. So I think the hashtag is going to be BBD Weekend SAL. I think that was what they said on their video. I am pulling out a Blackbird design that I had started back in January or February and going to continue working on it. And I'm sorry, it's the end of the day and I'm just exhausted. So I'm going to be working on it that first weekend of May. I know it's Christmas, but what is better than Christmas in May? Blackbird Designs, Early Christmas Morning, the pincushion, which I really want to make a little box, but I can't do that. I'm not talented like that. I probably could, but nope. Anyway, I have it started. I have the called for floss in a cute little red bag because I can. It had all kinds of things. There's some weeks, there's some classic color works, there's a gentle art. My favorite is that pink. I love that pink. So there's all the colors. Yay. I am stitching it on the called for fabric. Get those back down in there. 36 count winter brew. And there is my start from, I guess, 2 months ago, a month ago. There's my start. Now, you see that star, and you see the row, and you see the M, and what you don't see are those little bitty brown on brown little, I don't even know what. You can feel them. They're bumps. There's also a smell. I can't see the brown on brown. And so that was kind of, you can see it in the picture. So with the right lighting, I guess you can see it. I'm here in a shadow. Especially because I had to turn my screen brightness down. So everything is really a shadow. Anyway, so that's going to be my Blackbird Design weekend project for May 1st weekend. And I will be very happy if I get anything done or anything happening. That would make me happy. So that's my plan. And I can actually do this because I have the pattern, and I have the fabric, and I have the floss. Yay. Another stitch along that is happening that you might be interested in. Raspberry Stitcher is starting a stitch along this month for autism awareness. And autism is definitely something that I think touches everyone. And And so raising awareness for children with autism, and especially older children and young adults with autism. And working at a college, we get a lot of new freshmen that they've lived with it their whole life, but here they are in college and it's a brand new thing, brand new world, everything's different. And it's very overwhelming for everyone. So I am doing it. I'm going to try to jump in. I have a coworker who has a son who's autistic, and I've already kind of told her about it, and that I'm doing this all year to be able to say just a few prayers for them over the year, and for her and her family and her children, and that they've been homeschooling this last year because of all the COVID stuff and changes in school schedules. And she's been able to work from home to do that, and that's very helpful. And so yeah, that's going to be my plan. So Raspberry Stitchers, it's the pattern that she's doing is Jessie Watson from Hands Across the Sea. It is a PDF download instant gratification type pattern. It, after the conversion to American dollars, it was like $10 or $13. Nothing. Well, I say nothing. I know. Anyway, very reasonable. And she has the pattern is charted for silks, and there is a DMC conversion. There's only 11 skeins and 10 colors. One color has 2 skeins in there if you're doing anything below 40 count. I went ahead and bought 2 skeins of that one color because my 40 count fabric is currently being held hostage by the U.S. Postal Service. Again. I ordered it before this was even announced. It got mailed 2 weeks ago. So here we go. I've got the thread, I've got the pattern on my iPad in ready to go. And I am a paper person, but if you're buying PDFs and you want to save some money, get a digital device, your cell phone, whatever device you have, and read the PDF on there. Don't print it, just read the PDF. I'm using PDF Expert, and it has a highlighter feature, and that's been helpful. So I've been able to go digital, like the Serendipity pattern is on there. Jessie Watson's going to be on there. And actually my Mary Jane Fry pattern is on there. So, and I keep them in, I use Dropbox. So I can keep the files in Dropbox and I can import them into PDF Expert and then highlight as I need to. But that's technical. And it's nighttime, so I don't do technical at nighttime. Okay, so back to Jessie Watson. If you want to get started, there's Raspberry Stitcher has some videos, or has a video introduction about it, and I will try to link that below. I will try. So she has it, she's doing it really nicely. She has it planned out over the next year and has taken the pattern and kind of blocked off sections that I think are really doable in either a month's time or knowing that you have other things in your life and that everybody does. That you can get this one chunk done this month, like the top border. I think that's awesome that she did it that way. So excited about that stitch along. Excited about all the other stitch alongs. I was trying to see how I was doing. I'm behind on Chester. I'm on time with Serendipity, and Jessie I haven't even started. So I'm 5 days behind. Okay. I I don't have any new starts planned because I have discovered that I really need to be fairly, not monogamous, but I really only need to have the number of projects going that I have like these size bags for. Because this size bag fits in my purse and I can put it in my purse and go. And anything bigger than that, and I'm not dealing with very well right now. Any bag bigger than that. And so I am, just kind of gonna wait a while before starting anything new. Now I say that and watch it tomorrow, I'll start something new. But, so I don't have any new starts right now. I keep looking at Cece Snit over there and trying to not start her. I have an order. Waiting at my local needlework shop. It's a few more Needlework Expo items and some extra things that I've ordered, but I'm waiting on stuff to come in. And so when everything is in, or in a couple of weeks, I'll try to get that mailed up. I have that piece of 40 count somewhere between here and Utah that's coming. That is going to be for my Jessie Watson. And it is 40 count. I don't remember. That's how long ago it was that I ordered. And let me. Light Mocha. This is Newcastle linen by Spygart is the designer. And I wanted to try it. It's a small piece. I ordered the 13 by 18, which is supposed to be the good size for Jessie Watson. I did not know that that was going to be the piece that I used for it, or the pattern for it. I ordered the piece of fabric just for the size, for the 40 count. I was actually looking at several Hands Across the Sea patterns to use for it. And then the stitch along got announced, and I'm like, perfect, that one. There you go. That is a good cause, or at least good information to do. Okay. We survived Monday. We survived another Monday. Tomorrow's Tuesday. Got some meetings. Fun times. Okay. I think this one I'll get posted. I'll actually post this one instead of just delete it. We'll get this one posted. So thank you again, everyone. Oh, I totally forgot shout outs. And I had a sticker. Shout outs. A couple of Arkansas folks said hi and commented on my video. Hi, Arkansas. Yay. Tanya and Sarah. Hey, girls. So, if we get enough Arkansas people on here, maybe we can conquer the world. And thank you again to Felicia and the other folks who regularly comment. I appreciate you guys. That's very sweet of you. And I will put my new Instagram account link in the description box and put some other information. Don't forget to like and share. We're up to 88 subscribers. And trying to think what I can do for when I reach Magic 100, because that will be pretty neat, I think. And see if we can get to there before the next video, maybe. So go ahead and click subscribe, hit the bell, post a comment. If you're working on something I'm working on, let me know. It feels good to know somebody else is doing the same thing. That's kind of fun. Anyway, y'all have a great evening. I will chat with you later. Bye.